live stream here for new listings. Just get it one second here just for the stream to go ahead and get started here. So one moment here. All right. All right. Yep. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to our weekly LandTrust live stream. And it's not the morning; it's the afternoon. So sorry, sorry about that. Good afternoon. But hey, I'm Josh. I handle onboarding for our new landowner partners here at LandTrust. I love my job. I get to speak with neat people and cool operations all over the U.S. And purpose of this stream is just to share some of that insight that I get from onboarding some of these new landowners, share that insight with you, and ideally kind of do some proactive customer success as well, answer some questions about the listings, get you some of that need to know info. With these streams, we also dive into our field notes feature, where landowners can post real-time property updates just for what they've been seeing on the property, game cam photos, recent successes, and more. So we'll show some of that as well today. But yeah, today we do have some exciting updates for you. We'll be highlighting two new listings that went live. We got an Oklahoma one and a Missouri listing. And then we'll dive into some field notes just from some of our landowner partners across the country as well. So we can go ahead and get started here, starting with our Oklahoma listing here. It's the McCorkle Grove Pecan Orchard, located in Grove, Oklahoma. Neat spot here. It's 93 acres, located just a few miles east of the Grand Lake of the Cherokees. If anybody's familiar with that region, hosted by Jared and his family. So opening up access to this spot. Historically, they've just let family hunt the property, so opening it up to new sportsmen. So excited to have Jared on board here. They do have some neat things going on, variety of hunting opportunities. First off, just scrolling down here, let's see just the available packages. They have whitetail hunts and duck hunts available just on the property. So got that going on for them. But then also, neat thing, whenever you book a whitetail hunt or a duck hunt, you're also going to get predator, crow, and squirrel hunting available as well. So those three are included with every duck and deer hunt that you book. So that's going to be available. And then in addition to that, there is fishing available in Jared's ponds, and so that will also be available. They have some bass and sunfish in the pond. So we've started to see this pretty recently just with landowners that have fishing available. They're pretty game to include that when you're booking a hunt, and so this is the same case for Jared here, just including fishing access with any hunt booked. So that's going to be available. The habitat itself, you can see by the pictures here, they got some creek bottom. Obviously, they got the pecan orchard going. It's about half tree cover and creek bottom, and then about half just open pasture land, just for the seasonal cow calf operation that they have going on. With the deer hunting, you can see here they do have some elevated blinds available in addition to some food plots. Jared did go ahead and send me the locations to each of those blinds and food plots, and I have that included in his property map. When you book a property, when you book this property specifically, you'll get all of Jared's property maps, the boundaries, the gates, the stand locations, and all that good stuff. So have that all dialed in on his map. So again, hunters can take advantage of that when they're out hunting the deer. Can pop in the blind in there for some predator hunts as well. But super excited to have Jared on board. In addition to the hunting and fishing opportunities, just camping in general, especially with their close proximity to the Grand Lake of the Cherokees, some good public recreation opportunities nearby. So, a good way to think about Jared's property if you're not hunting is just using it as your own private campground, as you're taking advantage of that nearby public access. And then also, just wanted to call this out as well. Again, super Super thankful just to work with good people like Jared and landowners like him. But they got a neat thing going on. In addition to their listing, they don't offer this on LandTrust, but they have another property where they just have a local pumpkin patch, offering pumpkin picking, hay rides, and just more kind of fall family fun. So if you're a local in that area, just be sure to check that out. I'll go ahead and link that pumpkin patch in his listing here, but then also in the description below if you're interested in checking that out. In addition to what he has going on the land trust side of things. So yeah, excited to have Jared on board. All right, so moving on to Missouri here. Kapowski Farms, hosted by Justin here. So neat things going on this front. The farm itself is located in central Missouri's Salem Plateau region. Again, if for folks familiar with that area, it's located about an hour and a half from Springfield, and then also fairly close to interstate access as well. It's about 30 minutes south of I-44. So always nice to have a local spot fairly close to a city, within a couple hours, where somebody could get out there for the afternoon, coming from the city there. But again, really excited to have Justin on board. Located just outside of Plato, Missouri. The farm itself, 238 acres, consisting of two different parcels. One parcel is about 158 acres, and then the other parcel is 80 acres, located right across the road from each other. So both parcels super close to each other. Neat thing about this property here, both parcels border the Mark Twain National Forest there in Missouri. So it makes the properties hunt way bigger than the acreage may suggest, just having that public access. Again, both of those parcels share borders there, so you can, if you're using Justin's property, you can pop into the national forest and take advantage of that public access, in addition to what he has going on the private land there. Scrolling down, just showing you the different packages that he has available. First and foremost, his family has killed some pretty good deer over the years, and so should be a pretty good, pretty decent whitetail spot. For Justin, his family, they do save the opener for firearm for family, and so that's going to be the only dates that aren't available for are on Justin's property. So really, any other dates should be wide open for folks to book. You can see here just how Justin has the packages set up here. He has specific packages set up for firearm and archery, and then also a discounted late season doe hunt as well. Um, you can see here by the package card, as little as one guest can book for as little as 1 day. So nice to have that single day, single guest option. Again, for a local spot, fairly close to Springfield, just getting out just by yourself, that's doable. He also does have turkey hunting, so good opportunity to find some Missouri Easterns there in Texas County. He has some dove hunts available as well. This is a Justin's property is a working cow calf operation as well. So his habitat is primarily going to be open pasture. He has some food plots, ponds, stock tanks, and then a small portion of creek bottom on his larger parcel. So dove hunters should have success around the livestock tanks and then some of the brushy pasture edges as well. Squirrel and predator hunting is going to be also available. Neat thing there, his properties do have decent timber, but with the national forest access, the possibilities are really endless for some of those smaller game and predator hunts as well. So um, occasionally, Justin was talking to me about this. He will see hogs that come through on the farm. Didn't want to do a specific package for that. So basically, he's just giving folks who book the green light. If they see a hog, you can shoot it during your hunt at no cost. So nice to have that option if you see a hog roll through there. So also, just beyond the hunting, Justin's farm does have some good recreation opportunities. You can see some of the mushrooms that he's picked over the years, filling a trucker cap there, just with mushrooms. So some foraging opportunities, some photography as well, and then just some other kind of non-intrusive recreation opportunities, birding, photography, different things like that. So, yeah. Again, one more thing, just one more time, call it out. Um, just outside of Plato, about an hour and a half from Springfield. So take advantage of that, of having a local spot fairly close to you, as you're looking for a spot this fall. So, all right. Before we hop into field notes here, I did just want to share one more quick thing. Laurel Leaf Land Company, out of Rosette, Wyoming. Some of you guys may have seen this one go live, a few probably a few months ago actually, but hosted by Brian and Stacy. They've already hosted some turkey hunters that have had some success, but wanted to call this out because they just offered, or they just opened up the ranch for elk hunting this fall. So this is one of our, I believe it's our first Wyoming property in recent history, in the recent couple years here, that have elk hunting here in Wyoming. So I just wanted to show you how they're setting it up. Stacy's been working with me to get these packages built out. But the way it is for the bull elk, first off, they're located in Unit 129. So critical piece of information there. Unit 129. It's a 5-day hunt, so you get 5 days included there. And then with that, you can see it here. There's some things included. So first off, you get lodging in their family cabin, which can sleep up to 8 guests, and then with each guest that you book, you're allowed to bring one non-hunter at no additional cost. Coyote hunting is included, as well as prairie dog hunting if the weather's nice enough. And then you also get a day before ranch tour and scouting of the property. So 5 days plus that ranch tour and scout day, all for it's just over $1,000 per guest. It's about 1,100 per guest for the 5 days. So some good opportunity for a bull. 5 days lodging all included there. And then they do have some cow hunts available as well for a freezer filler cow hunt. So again, Unit 129. All the same things included. Lodging, that non-hunter is included, and then the scout and ranch tour as well. So this one's going to be 3 days included instead of 5 for the cow, and it's just over 700 for a guest for those 3 days. So again, super pumped to have an elk property in Wyoming. Give that a look. If I know tag results, I believe they just came out in Wyoming. So if you were able to draw a tag for Unit 129, give Brian and Stacy's property a look here. So all right, hopping into our field notes here. Want to start off first off just by shouting out just turkey season, 2025 turkey season. It's been awesome to see all the success and memories being made. It feels like each year just keeps getting better and better, and more folks having good experiences. So wanted to start by just shouting that out. You can see the field note here. I believe Brett was probably one of our last turkey hunters that got a hunt in before season ended in Montana. But this one is hosted by John out of Big Sandy, Montana. John's one of our top Montana landowners. But if you go to John's ranch, you can see all the birds that were harvested. But Brett was finished that season off with a nice Montana Merriam there. So just wanted to call that out. And then as we scroll down here, you can see just some of the neat property updates themselves. So not necessarily, a crazy game cam photo, but just a good glimpse into what goes into managing a property for the sake of hunting. So wanted to call this one out. John out of Wisconsin here, another one of our top landowners out of Wisconsin. He's got some food plots in, corn, forage beans, cover crop, all fall plots, that deer are going to be taking advantage of this fall. And then also, on his other property, he has two properties in Wisconsin here. Already getting some game cam photos of some nice spring growth or nice summer growth from some whitetails. And he's always letting me know when new photos come through and getting those posted. But again, you can see some of the updates here. Looking to get some mock scrape set up at stand locations, getting cameras moved, and really just starting to get the popcorn out and watching the antlers grow as the summer progresses here. So be sure to follow John. He's one of our most active landowners on Field Notes, so he's always got some good updates. So be sure to follow him. We'll always let you know when a landowner posts an update. So always good to just have that in your inbox, just knowing what's going on. So another one to shout out here, Daniel out of Virginia. See some toms that survived spring season here. Always good to see that, which means more turkeys hopefully next spring if they can survive the winter. So hopefully that's the case. But good to see some toms survive in there. Another food plot update. Brian out of Arkansas putting in food plots, starting to see some deer movement, some antlers starting to form there. And then lastly, just wanted to call out Weston. Again, this is another one of our most active landowners in Field Notes, posting updates. You can see here he just tilled and planted a field here, seeded it with switchgrass, which he says will provide additional cover for deer year after year. So again, just a glimpse into just some of the dedication that these landowners are putting in to make sure hunting is good year after year. So yeah, so that's going to be the field note update here. Again, with spring turkey season over, lots of opportunities this summer for coyote hunting, different types of predator hunting, farm tours as well. So if you need to get the family out and about, take a look at some of our listings. All kinds of neat farm tours. Just seeing what a day in the life looks like on a farmer ranch across the U.S. So take advantage of that, and then also the time is now to start planning trips for the fall. Our team, you can see here, we're always happy to talk through recommendations, answer any questions. So be sure to give our office a call. I'm happy to help with the planning if we can. We're also happy to talk tags and regulations as well. So if there's any questions and you can't get a hold of your of your local DNR or FWP, reach out to us. We can try to decipher some of that info with you. And then yeah, a couple other just things just to close out. Be sure to check out the LandTrust podcast. I'll link it here in the description for us, but we're continuing to release episodes. You can find us on all major platforms. Be sure to check out LandTrust Plus for early access to new properties, insider discounts, different things like that. But yeah, until then, thanks for tuning in. I'll be hopping into Instagram here in just a moment to go over some of these properties as well. But any questions, feel free to hit us up at the office, and we'll be back next week with more exciting listings and more updates from properties around the U.S. But yeah, until then, thanks again for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next week. Thanks, everybody.